I'm Rhonda Massad from the West Island News, and I'm here with Mark LaRue. Hi, Mark. You're from the Cardinal Realty Group. We are doing something together called the Next Level Living Tours. I'm very happy that you've chosen to do this with us because I think the community needs to understand what happens when we sell in an amazing seller's market, and then we have to figure out what to do. So we are in Yosemite National Park, perhaps, a beautiful nature reserve. None of those. Where are we, Mark?
Well, Rhonda, we're in Hudson today.
Why did you choose Hudson of all places?
Well, you know, it's interesting. Hudson is a place just outside of Montreal on the West Island that people think that they know. But they still perceive it to be pretty far out and that it may not have all the services that they want. When in reality, Hudson is a small community of 5,000 people, but they have everything. To give you an example, not far from here, there's 2 golf courses, and there's a beach, there's a yacht club, there's all kinds of shops, and young entrepreneurs are coming and settling in, making restaurants that have great food, and coffee shops that have great coffee. And for someone that's holding on to a property in the West Island, for example, that served its purpose, and they're staying there because it's comfortable, and mainly because they don't know where to go, a place like this, where there's mature trees and a friendly community, Hudson is a dream.
I'm at the Juniper Cafe in Hudson, and we are talking community. We are talking nature and community and good food. So I'm here with Dana from Juniper Cafe. How are you doing today? Tell me how it feels to be in this community and what it feels to own a business here.
It feels really good. After this last year, it's really a testament to how close-knit of a community Hudson is. I moved here 3 years ago from downtown, and it was something that I knew I always wanted to come back to Hudson after having grown up here. And I was able to do that 3 years ago, and my business has been booming ever since, and COVID
didn't get you down? That COVID didn't get you down?
It was actually quite amazing how well the community came out to support us. And it really has almost increased our business to the point of where we haven't reopened our dining room yet because the takeout business has just exploded. The retail side has exploded because people aren't wanting to maybe go to Fairview to get little presents. People are just
shopping local. They're hyper local.
And that's what Hudson's all about. It's shop local. It's such a great community. It's so close to the West Island. It's so close to downtown that it really is like the sweet spot in between still being able to go to dinner in the city, but also having a huge yard, a nice garage to park your car in, which is
imagine parking.
That in itself was so exciting, and having a nice property and a yard. It really it's a magical little town.
It's very wonderful to see after what we've been through that this is how you came out. Thanks so much. This is Dana from Juniper Cafe. All right, so I am here with Kelly, a native of the city. We're done.
Yes.
I'm finding you in Hudson. What the heck is going on? You are like an executive, you work, you're city bound, and yet here we are in the country with Kelly.
Yep.
Tell me how that happened.
So I would say I was inspired by some of my friends that I work with who, were in technology, so we're in front of screens, virtual reality, all that kind of crazy tech stuff all day long. But being able to just escape into nature and take a walk and just breathe fresh air, really, it's just really what I was looking for. And I spent some time in a small island called Salt Spring off British Columbia with another executive friend of mine, and I just realized I needed calm and peace and a smaller community and green. Yeah, definitely. And then I also adopted my crazy dog, and he needs a lawn. Chewy, come.
He needs a lawn. Chewy,
yeah.
what?
Chewy.
What?
Do you like Hudson too? He does.
He likes Hudson. And
yeah.
now there's a little bit of a beautiful thing happening right across the street from you. And
Yep.
I want you to tell me how some Dorvalians are going to be turning into Hudsonites.
Yes. So when I moved here, my parents came a few times, and they just were like, they understood why I fell in love with Hudson. And after a week after I moved in, my real estate agent called and said, hey, the house across the street is going for sale. What do you think? Are your parents serious? So I got them going. We went and visited, made an offer right away. And then we put their house on the market after. They sold, so everyone's happy. So they're going to move here in September.
All right. We want to thank you so much for being part of the Next Level Living Tours. This one was for Hudson, so we want to really appreciate that.
Of course.
Thank you so much. All this is sponsored by Mark LaRue at the Cardinal Realty Group. We want to thank you for joining our tours. There's a few more coming up, so watch out for those. Mark, just before we close off, if I was to buy a house, if I was to sell my West Island property and move from the West Island to here, what would my payments, my purchase price look like? How does that work?
Well, most likely, Rhonda, you'd be putting money in your pocket as you would have more space, but you'd be paying less. So if you were selling a home in the West Island and you moved here, you would literally have hundreds of thousands of dollars that you could have aside for a rainy day as you moved here. Or if you're coming from a condo in Lachine, you could trade that for almost the same price you'd get a home here in Hudson. If you love our little teaser tour we gave you today, visit us at cardinalrealtygroup.ca or call us at 514-735-6223.